Hell yeah. Welcome to this week's show, the Crazy Gentleman Podcast. I'm your host, the Crazy Gentleman. And this week's show is brought to you by Bare Knuckle Performance. BareKnucklePerformance.com, the home of all the best parts for your Harley Davidson and Indian. Hell yeah, you run some bare knuckle stuff?
Bare knuckle.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All American made. You guys know the deal, man. FXR, Sportsters, Choppers, Dynas, Baggers, all those Indians now. You name it. Paul's the fucking man. Hit him up. Also brought to you by Lexan-Moto.com for all of the best audio devices inside your helmet while you're riding, man. Punch in the code word CRAZY for 15% off at checkout. Simbita_custom_knives on Instagram. SimbitaCustomKnives.com for all of the finest hunting, outdoor, and cutlery knives. He's got a bunch of different models. He'll custom make you whatever. World's finest knives. Also shout out to my producer Whiskey Eye. Thank her for uploading all this stuff to the website and all that crap, because I'm not a technology kind of guy. You having some technical difficulties over there?
Yeah, but this fucking fuzzball just fell off.
You could kind of keep it off. We don't even have to have it on there now, but
Figure out how to fix it, bro. Just like everything else.
yeah, you got it. It's all good. Who else are we rocking here with? Oh yeah, hit up the bumpshopbackroom.com. That's the only place to get all my merch right now. Also check out Rodney's fucking coffee startup company now and all of his vintage stuff. And you could hit him up at the Bump Shop Diaries on Instagram also. You guys know the deal. I'm always posting about him. Go get my merch. And also go support me on the Patreon. And if you don't want to sign up for the Patreon, you could go to Buy Me a Coffee and just hit me with a little one-time $1, $5, whatever, man. It all gets me down the road. You guys know I'm flying back and forth all over the country all the time. Every little bit helps. And I appreciate all your support. And speaking of flying all over the country, I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona right now with the most crazy random fucking meeting of fucking Scotty. Dude, this shit is wild, dude. Yeah, I just ran into this dude at Ramjet. We fucking bombed all over Phoenix, mobbed these fucking bikes everywhere, dude. I have not got a smile off my fucking face. As you guys know, I'm in some of the fucking coolest shops all over the country. I meet some interesting cats, but I can't wipe the smile off my face. This dude tells me at fucking Ramjet, we talk for a minute, we fucking just bullshit over a cigarette. He's like, yo, come fucking mob over to my place and check out this shop. So I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, I hear this a lot. I'm always hearing this, really, honestly, almost on a daily basis.
I bet.
We pull up to this place. I'm like, this looks pretty fucking dope. They're closed today, so this is like the VIP tour. I struck gold with this cat. We walk in these doors, and we've been here for like 2 hours. I want to spend another 2 hours just. I'm picking up my fucking tongue every 5 feet, looking at these bikes, looking at fucking cars I never seen, fucking three-wheel things. I've seen a lot of shit. I've never seen, like, I find myself saying this a lot around the country, but this is another one of these, like, I've never seen a lot of this stuff. It's wild. Like, I don't even know where to begin, man. But like, even what we're sitting in, dude, these are like hand-carved burl wood fucking, these are like fucking $10,000 chairs, like ostrich leather. Like, I don't even know how to describe this whole fucking place. Best of everything. This is like I had said off air, these are my words too. This is like where the big money ballers in Phoenix would come to buy shit. This is exclusive stuff, dude.
But the crazy thing, like I was telling you, is we got prices on, you know, a little bit of everything.
Right.
For a little bit of everybody.
Right.
No matter what demographic.
Right.
If you ride, you know, and you appreciate motorcycles, you'll appreciate this spot, and we got something for you.
Yeah. Yeah, from blue collar to ballers, dude, this place has you covered.
Yeah.
They really do have like a little bit of everything. It's wild. I don't even know where to begin with that, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. You want to introduce it? I didn't even say the name of this place. You want to just like introduce yourself
My
quick?
name is Scotty. We're here at
Tell them
Top
where we're
Spoke
at.
in Tempe. So you know, we also doing business as Hatch Auto Group,
Yep.
Vanderhall of Tempe, Buell of Tempe,
Yep.
Rivaco of Tempe. We got a couple new products. You know, we got, you know, like you saw, the crazy 3-wheel things that we got.
Yep.
We got the brand new Buells, which a lot of people don't even know exist.
Yep.
Just like a lot of the other stuff we have, where you wouldn't even know it exists
Yep.
unless you came here or hit our website at topspoke.com.
Yes. This place is, it's like a museum, but you could buy the stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like, man. I mean, the
like
art.
I told you when we walked in, it's like the blend between a man cave,
Yes.
a museum, and a dealership.
Yes.
Everything's for sale.
Yes. Everything's for sale.
Some
It's
stuff
like,
has, you know, great prices, and some of the stuff has that I don't want to sell at price.
right.
You know, so if you really want it, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Right.
You know,
Which is
we
any
don't have to sell
everything here. Right.
you know.
Right.
Some of the stuff though, we kind of have to sell.
Right. 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 I mean, it is all a business. It is all a business.
Yeah, that's,
you know.
such is business. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the art on the walls, the fucking, just everything.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's just the coolest dealer I've ever been in, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's rad.
I know, bro, and I'm like, man, this kills me that Rick's not even here for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this dude is a legend
Yeah.
in the motorcycle industry. You
Yeah.
know, like, how many people have you ever even heard of or met that have been a motorcycle dealer for 50 years?
Yeah.
Bro, and that's one thing you haven't seen yet in his office.
Yep.
There's a dealership agreement thing from 1978 from Harley Davidson. You
Wow.
know, when it was like part of AMF or whatever, all that. I don't know about that old shit, you know what I mean? Because I'm not that old. I was
Yeah.
born in 78.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
You know, like when I was being born, he was just starting in the motorcycle business.
Right. Right.
You know, successful, one of the real deal American success stories, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, work hard, do the right thing, build it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Employ
dude.
people, you know, put people out on the road. I mean, bro, you know, he's created so much, you know, epic events and just, I mean, he put you know, Arizona Bike Week, for example. Arizona Bike Week is, you know, he's one of the like founding fathers. It's almost like, you know,
Really?
America, right? Has
Yeah.
the founding fathers.
Right.
You know,
Rick Hatch is
Rick
one
Hatch
of.
is like one of the founding fathers of like Arizona Bike Week for sure.
Mhm.
But like, you know, just with motorcycle sales and, you know,
Yeah.
he's got, you know, awards going back to the early 80s for, you know, being one of the top best Harley Davidson dealerships, you know, growing the brand. I mean, Harley's been a brand since 1903.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah. I mean,
I can't even believe that, you know, I'm lucky enough to even know somebody like that and, you know, be friends with somebody like that and work side by side with somebody like that. I mean,
Yeah.
It's an honor.
Yeah, I mean, even back there, I mean, Harley gave him bikes for top dealer award in '82.
Yeah,
In the '80s, like, I mean, I don't even know how many bikes you got to sling to get a damn one-off bike.
Yeah,
you know,
I know,
like,
right?
yeah.
I don't know the numbers either, but I tell you what, I do remember though, you know, back in the 90s, you know, there was a weird thing where you couldn't really get Harleys. Like, you had to like order them. Like, if you wanted a brand
like
new
a
Harley,
waiting list.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
wanted a brand new Harley, like at some point, like you had to order, you were on a waiting list. Like, you couldn't just go somewhere and buy
Right.
brand new Harleys. And he somehow, like, you know, he's been like, you know, groundbreaking in sales throughout 80s and 90s, beginning of the computer age, and, you know, like, you know, he started out in a little old town like in northern Arizona, you know what I mean? And people used to come from the giant city to him to get new bikes. He was the only one that had them. He figured out how to, you know, supply people, and, you know what I mean? He's a real deal, not only, you know, motorcycle rider, because that bike right there, that 63 Mustang, that's a 63 Mustang, and that's his, like, the first little motorcycle that he had when he was a kid.
Really?
So that's why he has that right there. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like, you know, that's like the inspiration for him, you know, along with, yeah, you gotta check that out right there. That's just like,
Yeah. No. So
you know,
normally I'll have the 360 video on sometimes. I don't have it on right now.
yeah,
So I swing it around for the people. But
yeah.
I got a bunch of video and pictures from this place I'll be posting up. Don't you guys worry. But yeah, I mean, obviously this guy's been doing it forever.
Oh my God. And you know, you took a quick little walk around. That's Neil.
You know this dude?
That's the youngster I was talking to earlier.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bro, that's the thing. You know, that's the thing, bro. It's like, you know, like I was telling you, sold cars and had a used car business for years. And, you know, always had my own thing going on. Never been a paycheck to paycheck kind of guy. I always had my own little businesses going. And, you know, I sold, you know, just since 2017 when I went kind of official and not just like, you know, corner curbing cars, you know, like I made my way
like
through
made
college
your own
selling old schools, you know, like when I was going to college,
okay,
I used to flip cars, you know, like I buy old schools, you know, I'm talking about like old hot rods. This is in the 90s, you know, the early 90s, you know, you could buy an old 69 El Camino, you know what I mean, a few $1,000, put a paint job on it, you know, make a couple $1,000, and like I, you know, flip cars, and then I kind of made a real business and career out of it finally in like 2017. And you know, I did that for a couple years, and then, you know, long story short, like I told you last year, Rick kind of talked me into working here when I came to buy another bike week.
Right.
You know, that he created. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of the creators of Arizona Bike Week, and I'm like, not even knowing him at the time back then. You know, I mean, I've known him for years. I bought some, you know, I was a customer.
Right.
You know, basically, you know, up until last year.
Developed a relationship with him through that.
Yeah, we had a personal relationship, but you know, it's, you know, it's just like anything else. It's a long, complicated story. You know, on Facebook, some people are like in a relationship. It's complicated.
Right.
You know what I mean? But no, so I came and, you know, got that bike, and I had no idea who this guy was. You know what I mean? Like, but since I've been around him,
so he was just a friend. Like in the beginning, you're like, this is a cool cat.
Yeah. Well, like I told you, that bike in the back. First time I met him, we were at the same auction.
Oh, right. That the orange bike. Right.
I'm like, hey, who's this old dude running me up? Like, that's my bike. You know what I mean? It's orange and everything. You know what I mean? Like, I hate orange, but I want that chopper. You know what I mean? Never had a chopper before. Like, you know. Anyway, it has that auction life, you know. But after selling cars all that time, and just everything else I've done, just since I've been here, and like, you know, getting people on the road on these bikes and selling people bikes, you know, it's not about the money, it's not about anything else, but like there's a whole different feeling and experience when you sell somebody a motorcycle versus selling them a car. There's a couple of reasons why people buy cars, you know what I mean? A lot of it's necessity. Right. You know, or, you know, oh, it's my kid's first car. That's, you know, there's a couple special moments, but I'll tell you what, anytime you're a part of somebody getting that motorcycle that they want, or just that they want a motorcycle and to be in the wind in general, and like you're a part of somebody's happiness, and you're like a facilitator to
you're selling their dreams,
happiness. Absolutely, bro, absolutely. And that's one of our delivery trucks out there says we deliver dreams.
Oh, sick.
We deliver dreams because, hey, I'm telling you, bro, we'll deliver a bike or a Vanderhaul or a trike anywhere in the 48 states. Okay. You know what I mean? Most of the time, well, right now it's for free.
The delivery.
Right now we got a thing where you buy a bike from us, no matter where you're at, we'll deliver it for free.
Sick, dude. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Come hit them up, man.
48 states.
And that shit'll just show up to your front door.
Yep.
Boom.
It'll be there. Yep.
Awesome.
And we've done it. You know, we've been, I don't even know. I don't keep track of numbers. And like I was saying, I haven't even kept track of commissions, and they give me a check. I'm like, all right, cool. I got some drinking and gas money. I don't even need it. You know, no paycheck to paycheck. You know, but like I said,
the dreams, like the people's happiness keeps feeding you.
Somebody else's happiness, and like, bro, it's way better than anything else I've ever experienced in life. You know what I mean? And like it just goes to show what kind of awesome place can inspire happiness and bring dreams to reality. You know what I mean? People's lives. Yeah. Even my own. Right. Even my own, bro. Like, you know, like I told you before I started working here, just when I met him and just throughout, you know, at one time we had a classic car auction here, and that's when I really started to get to know him.
You know what I just realized, dude? This mic. Hold on. Shut that mic off when you squeeze it, I think. Get that fucker back on. All right, cool.
Oh, it's probably picking up on yours anyway.
It's still picking up. Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
But
yeah, like you were saying before.
No, they had a classic car auction, bro, and I had a badass M6. I pull up. I was thinking, you know, I had a little bit of money in my pockets, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, oh, classic car auction. I've been living that auction life for years and years, you know.
Right.
Like,
and you started off
like
with
you were
classics.
saying. Well, yeah, when I was going through college, you know.
Right.
I grew my hair out and used to work out thinking I'd be a stripper, work my way through college if I had to. You know what I mean? But,
did you ever hit the pole?
Nope.
No.
Didn't have to. You know what I mean? Stayed away from the pole.
Okay.
Just on stage. Just private dances. No.
Okay.
no, but I came to, you know, they had a classic car auction, right? And they had a couple bikes in there, and I pull up, badass M6 BMW that I had bought from the auction, and they were like, hey, you want to put your car in the auction? I'm like, sure. You know, I'm trying to buy something else anyway, you know what I mean? So shit, I got 20, 30 grand. Right. Shit, if I get 20, 30 grand for this car, man, I can buy me a couple badass hot rods, you know?
Yeah.
I couldn't meet the reserve on nothing, bro. You know what I mean? Like everything I bid on, you know, they wanted way too much and whatever. Even the bikes, but after that auction, you know, Rick was like, hey, I know we didn't meet the reserve on that car, but my wife would really like to have that car. I know you want one of them bikes. Let's make a deal. You know what I mean? I was like, absolutely. Rolled out of here, left that BMW, rolled out of here on a big wheel bagger, full custom front to back, gold flake, paint job, spikes everywhere, air ride, like super loud, crazy pipe that like pointed into the window of the car next to you. You know what I mean? Like you pull up next to a car, it was pointed right at their window. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, crazy, bro. And then, you know, that was kind of the real start of it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we met a couple times and then, you know, then I became, you know, kind of a loyal customer because like you see, bro, there's so much badass shit. I want to buy everything.
Right.
I'm literally, you know,
every day you
working,
come here,
I'm
like,
literally working on,
something.
I'm in the works trying to, you know, raise, you know, some serious millions to keep this place alive, you know, and I've even just been working here the last year just to help out with everything else just to keep it from closing, you know what I mean? Because he's been trying to retire, but something like this, how could you let this go?
No.
You know,
no,
like
this place
this
has
is
a
something.
Pulse, man. There's something special here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, bro. Absolutely.
This is wild, man.
Yeah, it don't get no better than this as far as I'm concerned.
No.
You've been across the country. Have you ever seen some shit like this?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No. And I mean, this is what I do, man. I go to fucking places and talk to people. You know? This is something special, man. I mean, from where we're hanging out now, I mean, you know, they got this little lounge area. We're looking through this fucking glass wall with a whole nother showroom, a whole nother lounge area. I don't know how exclusive you got to be to go in the back there with the little bar cabinets and shit. That's like VIP.
That's actually been a VIP room because we've
true.
had concerts here. I mean, this place, if you see how big the parking lot is, I don't know if you've noticed.
So you guys host events and everything.
Yeah.
Sick.
Well, COVID killed a lot of shit like that.
Okay.
So since COVID, that's why, you know, luckily, you know, he's, you know, ain't paycheck to paycheck either.
Right.
You don't have to sell shit to keep the doors open, really.
Right.
But who likes to, you know, pay fucking $60,000 or $80,000 a month just to keep the lights on?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, business is business.
Business is business. At some point, you know, you got to call it a business or call it your garage.
Right. Right. This would be one expensive man cave.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. It is for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think it's worth every fucking penny.
Yeah. I do too, man.
I don't think you can find a better spot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Better location. I mean, you know.
No, everything about it is sick. Yeah, dude, even the ride here, like when we left Ramjet, you're like, yeah, I'll take you for a sick ride. And it was fucking dope, dude. Like checking out Old Town and like, it was just cool, man.
Down Lincoln.
You just get a little bit of everything. Like you could carve a little canyon. You can go through fucking cool little Old Town Scottsdale. Like, it was just cool, man.
Yeah, hit a couple curvy roads.
It was like a little fucking museum tour.
Yeah.
Like what do you call it? Like a city tour.
I'll tell you what,
you know?
Google Maps or anything else would never take you on that route.
Right.
You'd have to, like I said, bro, I'm a Phoenix native. I've been here all my life. You know what I mean? There's nobody else that knows these roads except for like all the new shit, like the East Mesa and the Chandler. Like, I don't really go that way because that shit's all new and like...
Is that still considered Phoenix area or Scottsdale?
Well, Phoenix, you know, this whole area for a long time it's been called the Phoenix, like, greater metropolitan area.
Okay.
Because everything is kind of connected.
Okay.
Right? So like you were saying, you went on a 40-minute ride, 100 miles an hour,
Yeah.
across the city, somewhere else on the freeway.
Right.
But,
it's a huge spread.
on the freeway, it's a huge spread, but even on the freeway, you're not, like, unless you're out on the edge, everything's developed in between. Like, that's why we have the freeways, the loops.
Okay.
And like the loops, you got the loop 303, that's the furthest one out west. And then you got the 202 that comes in closer, and then you got the 101. You know what I mean? And like, but everything in between the loops is pretty much built up. So I mean, this is like, I don't know what the exact square footage, or acreage or however you call it, but like I was telling
square
you,
mileage.
Mileage, I guess that would be more appropriate, right?
Yeah, it's pretty big, dude.
yeah. But if you compare it to like, some of the states, like where you're from, New York, I mean, our whole city metropolitan area,
it's gigantic.
Just in the middle of Arizona is close to the size of New York. You know what I mean? Like, but there's stuff everywhere in between. It's just not built all the way up.
Right.
But it's getting like that though. If you look, I mean, if you go outside and look, bro, you can see all the towers. Tempe is doing that. All this area.
Starting to like have a little skyline.
Oh, it's starting to happen, bro. They're expanding up. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these condo people that build these towers. You know what I mean? They're popping up everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would imagine Phoenix is probably the fastest growing city in the West, right?
I mean, it has been.
Like it's
I'm sure.
it's like a boom here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like you said you've been here your whole life, man? I'd imagine this place is unrecognizable from when you were a kid. Like with all the development around here.
I mean, yeah, kinda.
Right?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, there's always been the same basic roads, and like I said, even back to when Scottsdale Road used to be a dirt road in the 50s. You know what I mean? Like obviously I wasn't around, but I mean I know a lot of the history of this whole area. You know what I mean? And I mean, yeah, it's still, whoever came out here and did the city planning and like, they did it right. Because this is all set up on grids. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of the streets, especially in the centrally located north, south, east, west. You know what I mean? The north and south roads are numbers. East and west roads are names. Right. You know what I mean? So it's real simple. And, you got Central Phoenix, Central Avenue, everything east is streets, everything west is avenues. You know what I mean? And it even goes like that too, like north of one of the streets. I don't know that much about it, you know what I mean? But
yeah, it's funny. I'm just starting to kind of get this area. Like I haven't spent too much time in Phoenix, but I seem to keep coming back to this area. And one of my friends last night, we were in Cave Creek, I stayed in last night, and they were saying that Phoenix is the best fucking designed city.
Yeah.
Like they did this place right.
Yeah.
I'm slowly really starting to learn that.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy we're talking about it now.
Yeah.
I didn't really plan on talking about this.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
You never know. You talk about one thing, it leads to another. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what kind of happens.
So what got you into motorcycles and cars? Like, did you grow up like? Did your
that's
dad
how I grew
get
up.
into
Nah,
cars?
bro. I just grew up in West Phoenix, and like
and it's just around. It's
I grew up, riding skateboards and BMX bikes, and that just progressed into dirt bikes and mini bikes, and man, I was just talking with some people this morning. I stopped for lunch and ran into some people. Everywhere I go, I've run into people, bro. I go to familiar spots though,
right?
Because I like to go to a spot and like I don't even have to ask them what I want to drink. They're just, bam, here you go. Either it's a Heineken or some Grey Goose. You know what I mean? They're sliding it to me. You know,
right.
And but I go to some familiar spots, and we were talking about same kind of shit we're talking about now. But when I was a kid, used to ride Vespas. And rode all kinds of different dirt bikes, you know what I mean, and then progressed to street bikes, and eventually as I've gotten older and can afford to ride whatever I want to ride, right? Harleys and the cruisers.
You said you had a Ducati too. I caught that earlier.
Yeah, I've had a couple Ducatis, bro. I've owned over 50 bikes.
Wow.
Actually, it's probably getting closer to over 60 now since I've been working here.
Right.
Just the last couple years, bro, I bought some bikes,
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things, you got money in your pocket, you see something you like, it's like going to the strip club, you know what I mean? It starts, just put it in the wind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know.
You said you also started off with like the classics and muscle cars and stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of cars are you into these days?
Well,
Are you
these
still into
days,
those
you
cars
know,
or like more
I
the
mean,
exotics?
I love, bro. I'm like, you know,
Just everything?
I can appreciate fine machinery no matter what. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, you know, being on any kind of wheels out in the wind, that's like the classic American freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially for the last century. I don't know about so much this century, bro, because half these kids now, they ain't even got their license, or
It's a
they
changing
don't even know how to
world.
drive until they're 20 something. Like, what the hell, you know?
Isn't that
You know?
crazy?
I got my first car when I was 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you know?
like kids don't even care to get their license right away now.
Yeah, I
you know?
know, right?
A lot of them are like,
Hey.
I'll get it after college. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I started
dude?
so young that I got in tickets when I was like 11 and 12. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like, I used to get these things in the mail, and it'd be like, your license has been suspended until you pay these tickets. And I used to carry that in my wallet. Like, man, if I could pay these tickets off,
I'll get
I
a
think I
license.
could get my license, even though I'm only 13.
It's like you started your license off with points.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, the like, you know, it's almost like, I don't even know,
Oh, man.
bro. You know,
Yeah.
when I was finally turned 16, I get my license.
Yeah.
I had so many tickets, I couldn't get it until I was 17 and was able to pay like $5,000 in tickets
Yep.
from, you know, over the years when I was like 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, and that's the other thing I was talking to some people about, you know, and a lot of people that come through, they're like, hey, you know, do I need a motorcycle license for this or that? And I'm like, hey, I've had over 50 bikes in my life,
Right.
right?
Still don't have a license.
I've been pulled over, I don't know how many times on bikes.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be for speeding or lane splitting or, you know, last year I got in 2 wrecks.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've never had a motorcycle license. That's never stopped me from buying a motorcycle.
Right.
That's never stopped me from riding a motorcycle. That's never stopped me from having insurance or registration. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, as long as you got a driver's license.
Right, right.
I mean, you know, it's just an endorsement. You know
Well,
what
the
I mean?
other equalizer in America is how much money do you have? You can get out of whatever you want if you got money.
Well, I
You
mean,
know,
get out of
I
it
know-
or just pay your fine and go,
You know,
whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
I know I got a good attorney in New York. Shout out to David Mirsky.
Yeah.
He's kept me free for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I've had
Yeah,
some good
dude.
attorneys along the way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is a wild place, man. The more and more I learn about Phoenix, dude, it is a Wild West world out here, dude.
Oh, bro, it's like one of the last Wild Wild West for real.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you know, there's only a few motherfuckers like me, last of a dying breed, bro, that, you know, really
Yeah.
live that life out here. you
Yeah,
know?
I was talking to someone else on a podcast like a few weeks ago, and I'll say it how they said it. We were talking about someone else, like, but I'll say this: you probably that breed is dead, bro. You're probably the last one. It's not even a dying breed; it's fucking dead. You're the last one.
Well, you saw how I ride too,
there's like-
especially through the city, bro. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There's like 5 of you left. That's it. You know, like,
that very well
it's
could
done,
be.
dude.
Yeah, hey, bro, you're making me feel real old right now. You know what I mean?
not even, you know, it's not even because you're old. It's because this world is
No.
getting too soft, man.
No, I
you
know. Yeah, no, for sure.
It's just,
crazy.
It's a whole new world these days, man.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, we don't. It's like I feel lucky to just have caught you here. I don't, you know.
Bro,
I don't wanna
everything
kill all
happens
your
for a
time.
reason.
I feel like
Bro, it's my day off.
I've killed all your time already, man.
Not even
just
close.
Drooling on these bikes, you know. Like-
Why do you think, bro, before I even started working over here,
Yep.
I used to come here. Whenever I was in the area, I stopped by, see what kind of new shit they got. Because like I said, bro, I bought 5 or 6 bikes from here before I ever started working here.
Right.
You know, and since I started working here, I bought fucking 1, 2, at least 3 bikes. You know what I mean? And I think I wrecked.
I was just gonna say
I
you
wrecked-
wrecked more bikes from this place than fucking like.
Hey, that's the thing though. Haven't even had to use the shop insurance. You know, that's one thing. Rick, he's like, you know what? I know for sure. You know, this dude, he wrecks a bike. He ain't gonna sue me.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
Like, you know,
right.
he's been through some shit. Of course, you know, when people. It's just like one of the crazy things out in the world. You know, something happens, everybody's crazy. Oh, I'm gonna sue you, or you know,
Right.
it's like, hey. You know, we have insurance, and like the only reason you have to sue somebody is if they don't want to take responsibility for the
Right.
damages that they've caused.
Right.
People are trying to sue people for some shit, you know, like everybody's trying to
Yeah.
get something for nothing.
Right.
You know, they're always trying to look for an angle instead of like, you know, the American dream of, you know,
Like, man, the
2.5
fuck up and,
kids,
you know.
picket fence, 2 cars, work your ass off, you know,
Yep.
live a good life is dead as well. You know what I mean? Now the new American dream is something for nothing and everything on credit.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
It's like, man, You know,
Which also, I'm sure that they do credit here too.
yeah, we do
Don't be
financing
shy.
for sure.
Come and get it.
Hey, even 0% down.
That's it, dude. Come and get it. Use your credit, baby.
0% for 6 months. You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's how it is though. And there's, you know, people
Yeah.
out there that make businesses and money off of, you know, people that have to have it now that don't have the money, but
Right.
you know,
And
they
sometimes
will have it eventually.
And sometimes it's fucking worth it. Like, you know, if you could get something for a 2% loan or whatever, man, it's like, dude, that's free money. Why shell out your own fucking 30 grand?
Absolutely. That's
If
why
you
a
could
lot of
get
rich
your-
people are smart in that you could
know?
have millions of dollars and be like, man, you got $1 million. Why would you finance that? Well,
Yep.
I could take this other money that I actually have and make money with it.
Yep.
And I'm going to use somebody else's money and I'll make more percent on my money. You know,
Yeah.
it's just, you know, that's,
Yeah, dude, one of the wealthiest people I know, man. I was at his house one day, and he's got some fucking toys, I'll say that. And all the new ones, he's like, dude, all these new ones, 1%, 1%, 1%. He
Yeah.
goes, dude, you're talking, you know, $250,000 of 1% loans. He's like, why am I going to shell out 300 grand
Yeah.
when
Just pay a little bit every month.
when they
and,
gave me that money for 1%?
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, I mean, you know.
and then you got that same $250,000
You could
making
make
10 or
6% on
15%.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know? And
you
it
get a
just
good month.
free
you just
money.
made 12%, whatever.
Bro, it's just like
why bother?
It's just like a lot of the customers with the Vanderhalls, right? You see how unique that little 3-wheel car that registers as a motorcycle. By the way, I don't know
Really?
if I gave you the rundown on the Vanderhalls.
Not really. Just that they're
Vanderhalls
cool
are
as
like,
hell.
oh my god, they're so cool. They rip
Yeah.
so hard. Front wheel drive, 6-speed,
Right.
4-cylinder turbo, 200 horsepower,
Wow.
1,500 pounds. You know what I mean? So it's just like almost like an Indy car, like slash old school roadster, like, you know.
Yeah.
They're awesome. But, you know, some people out there that, you know, have businesses. They buy those Vanderhalls.
Yep.
Just like a lot of the other toys. You put your, not only who you know, but what you know as well these days.
Right.
You
Right.
know? Especially when it comes to money stuff and, you know, toys and, you know, there's ways, like you said, bro, you can just, you know, 1%, you don't really have to have the money. You just have to have the right credit.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, and you know, I don't know, whatever everyone's personal business thing is, but like I said, my wealthy friend there has a lot of businesses, and you know, do a little write-off too. You know,
Yeah.
before you know it, it's really paying for itself.
That's what I'm
You know?
saying. You know, like you could buy toys and they could be a write-off as long as you use them properly.
Right.
You know, you got to use them, you know, part-time for, you know.
Along the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I don't want to kill too much of your time, and damn, this camera is pissing me off, dude. Last night it was doing this shit too. I just got this thing and it runs so hot, man. I keep having to restart it.
After
It's-
we're
it's-
fucking
it's
talking so
overheating.
much, it's...
Hang tight, man. Just you want to just tell people where to reach you? We'll just kind of wrap it up.
So we're out here in Tempe, Arizona.
Yep.
1000 North McClintock. It's called Top Spoke. We got a website, topspoke.com. I
Yep.
mean, we got a little bit of everything, cars, trucks, trailers. Mostly, though, primarily motorcycles. We got the new Ravaco trikes, the new Vanderhalls, the brand new Buells, which are sick. I rode, not that one, but the other one on the track. I'm one of the only bikes. Me, out of 40-something bikes, bro, there's 2 of us that are breaking 150 in the straight.
Wow.
I'm just breaking it in. It had like 3 miles when we got there.
Damn.
I put like 70 or 80 on the track, you know what I mean? And in those laps, you know, I was,
Yep.
you know, not even redlining. I'm not trying to, just breaking it in, but I'm still breaking 150 in the street. Plenty of room to stop. Like, Buells are amazing machines, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, they're amazing. But yeah,